Right. Listen, I know how it feels, right? You went ahead and started up your LLC and you want to go ahead and get some funding for your business, but you don't know what bank to go to because you're afraid that they're going to be asking for tax returns or documentation, right? Listen, in this video, I am going to break down 5 banks you can be able to go ahead and get funding for your business without any tax returns. Yes, you definitely want to check this out. If you're an entrepreneur out there looking to get 50, 100, or to $100,000 of funding without any documentation. So guess what? Let's stay through the entire video and let's check it out.
This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep.
All right, listen, man, I want to get straight into this because I know this is going to be one of the most popular videos that's going to be circulating around YouTube. And I want to ask a question before I get into this, right? So listen, you just went ahead and started up your LLC and everything like that, and probably a few months ago, and you want to go ahead and get some funding for your business, whether it's $25, $50, or $100,000. But guess what? You probably asking yourself, what bank do I go to? Is it Bank of America? Is it Chase, PNC? What bank gets the funding without the documentation? Most people actually don't know the answer to this, and that's why I decided to go ahead and put a list of the top 5 banks you can be able to go ahead and walk into with your newly structured business. And guess what? Be able to get funding without worrying after submitting any tax returns. Yes, okay. Because the truth is, in 2025, banks are really cutting checks to LLCs and corporations out there without requiring any financial documents, any tax returns, any extensive years of history of business and everything like that. And the great thing is, guys, it's all about knowing the strategy and banks to go to be able to tap into this type of funding. All right. So in today's video, like I said, I'm going to give you the blueprint and I'm going to give you the top 5 banks that'll fund your LLC without having to worry about submitting and getting tax returns. So if you're serious about this, definitely listen. The first step I want you to do is go ahead and hit the bell notification, hit the subscribe button, because guess what? This is the channel where we give you all of the gems and the information you need on financial literacy, credit literacy, and entrepreneurship to help you and your business to elevate to the next level. All right. So the first things first, all right, before you looking to go ahead and get funding for your business, it's all about preparation. All right. That's just how life is. Preparation is the key to everything, whether it's cooking, playing sports, or working, whatever it is. Preparation is the name of the game here. So before I drop the gems here, guys, let's go ahead and prepare ourselves. All right. So banks really don't care about your corporation paperwork. They don't care about your LLC paperwork. They care more about the setup and the structure of your business and credit profile. All right. As a matter of fact, the SBA has reported over 80% of small business loans out there are tied to the owner's personal credit report and the setup and structure of their business. So it's very important that you understand about this preparation that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. All right. So the first thing you want to do is making sure, number one, your LLC is properly registered in your state. Or I'm not giving any legal advice, so do make sure that you consult with your consultant or legal professional when it comes to structuring your business. All right. But making sure that whether it's your LLC or corporation is properly structured is the number one thing that you want to do first of all. All right. Now, once you have done that, then of course the next step is making sure that you have your EIN number with the IRS, and also having the big 3 when it comes to your business, which is your business address, your business phone number, and your business email, all separated from you personally. All right. A separate phone number, a separate professional email, not a Gmail, as well as a separate phone number that is not your personal cell phone, that's all dedicated to the business, is definitely going to put you in a step of showing that your business is properly structured. Okay. Also, making sure that you have a business website is very important, because guess what? The website is your business card. That is the first impression. And of course, all the 3 things that I just mentioned previously, these are 3 things that's going to be on your business website as well too. too. All right. And of course, most important, making sure that you have a clean personal credit profile. You got to make sure that your personal credit profile is on point, which is at least having this 80 FICO score. I say a minimum of 680, but generally I would recommend 700 or above. That is the sweet spot where you're going to give yourself a higher chance of approval. And of course, making sure that your credit profile is free from any derogatory marks, little to no inquiries within the past 6 months, that you have low utilization as well as your credit mix on your credit profile. All right. Make sure that you have all of these things in place before you even start the process of trying to achieve funding, because guess what? If you miss out on any one of these guys, listen, it's the foundation. All right. We can't guarantee that you'll be able to go ahead and get any type of the funding from these banks that I'm going to list within this video. All right.
Hey, what's going on, Blueprinters? This is a video that I want to go ahead and share with you guys to encourage you guys to go ahead and join the Blueprinter community. If you want to go ahead and level up to that next level in building generational wealth, as well as empowering yourselves on financial literacy and credit literacy, I definitely encourage you to go ahead and join the Blueprint movement. We have some great things that's up and coming down the pipeline of this year. Many of you guys know my rags to riches story started actually right after the pandemic. With that story and my experience during that time frame of me being a successful serial entrepreneur, launching the different ventures that we're launching here, I felt like it's an obligation for me to go ahead and share it with you guys in my experiences, as well as, the trials and tribulations that I was able to learn and overcome. With that being said, guys, definitely go ahead and join the Blueprinter community. Tap in with us. We have some major things coming down the pipeline. I'm very excited with the movement. I'm very excited on where we're going. I'm definitely encouraging you guys to definitely tap in and join us, man. Listen, not only are we going to show you how to build generational wealth, but we're going to have a good time in doing it. All right. So tap on with your boy. All right. See you later. Bye.
Now that I've went ahead and shared the preparation as well as the foundation that you need to be able to go ahead and set yourself up for the funding, let's go ahead and get into the list of the top 5 banks that you can be able to get funding from. All right. Now, the number 1 bank on our list I want to talk about is PNC Bank with their unsecured business loans. All right. Now, PNC Bank, in my opinion, is a hidden gem, right? They're one of the few banks that's offering unsecured business loans to brand new LLCs out there. And as a matter of fact, you'll be able to get a line of credit or business loan and from $10,000 all the way up to $100,000. All right. And the great thing is they don't ask for any collateral, no tax returns, and their actual underwriting process is fairly quick in comparison to other lenders out there. All right. And the great thing now, PNC in their footprint, they are a relationship based bank. So you do want to make sure that you do set up a business checking account with them, and keep in mind that they do pull from Experian as well too. So make sure that your Experian credit report and your Experian credit profile is matched with the data points that I just mentioned before. So therefore, that could go ahead and give you the highest chance of approval. So PNC is the first bank that's on our list. Again, they're one of the few hidden gems that's out there. I really like this bank here for their leniency when it comes to approving for business lines of credit as well as business loans without requiring any documentation. Okay. Now, the second bank that's on our list is another regional bank I'm a big fan favorite of, which is Truist. All right. And Truist, they have an actual product for new businesses called their Simple Business Loan. All right. And now, Truist is one of the great banks that's based in the Atlanta area, and their Simple Business Loan is actually perfect for startups because guess what? They don't require any tax returns. It's based on your personal credit profile and minimal documentation, and they issue approvals from as low as $5,000 all the way up to $100,000. Okay, and of course, like PNC and most of the banks that I'm going to discuss on this list, they are a relationship bank. So make sure that you do set up in a relationship with them prior to applying for any one of their loans. Set up a business checking account, a business savings account, or even a money market account, and go ahead and fund the account for a few weeks, right? It doesn't have to be anything that's extraordinary, but a few direct deposits or $500 on a bi-weekly basis is definitely going to raise your internal score and put you in a good position to be able to get approved for their simple business loan. All right. Now, keep in mind that Truist Bank does pull from Equifax, so make sure that your Equifax credit report is unlocked and on point before you apply with Truist Bank. All right. Now, the third bank on our list here is, of course, this is probably the most well-known bank everybody is aware of. It's been circulating in social media, and that is Chase, right? Everybody knows Chase as far as the bank that gives out the biggest bag. And of course, there's no secret about that. So when you're talking about funding, you cannot leave Chase out. And Chase, they offer their business line of credit that goes up to $500,000. Okay. Now, $500,000, we are talking about some big money here, right? But the problem is with Chase is that, again, they are a heavily based relationship bank, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you do have a relationship with Chase prior to applying for any one of their funding products, right? Now, Chase do pull from Experian, so you do want to make sure that you have a 700 credit score and the data points on your personal credit profile definitely matches everything. No derogatory marks, no late payments, having at least 2 years of credit history. These are the things that Chase looks for. But of course, you have to make sure that your business, your LLC or corporation has been in existence for at least 6 months before you do apply for any one of Chase products. Okay. So Chase is the third one on our list. And I put them on there because, again, you can get approved for $50, $75, $100,000 without any documentation, guys. No tax returns, no collateral. Chase is one of the well-known banks out there that's definitely known to give out the bag for small business owners out there. All right. As a matter of fact, most people are unaware of this, that Chase controls over 22% of the business credit card market. All right. So if you're under the 524 rule that Chase has internally, I would prioritize Chase first when you're going through your business funding stacking, as you want to get them first and start applying for the other banks afterwards. All right. Now, let's move on to the fourth bank on our list, which is another big bank that everybody is well known for, and that's Wells Fargo. All right. And we are going to talk about Wells Fargo's small business advantage line of credit, right? In my opinion, is a straight up cheat code right here. I'm going to share with you guys, right? Because Wells Fargo, with this particular product here, they're offering up to $50,000 in business funding, no tax returns. And guess what? It reports to your business as well as your personal as well too. This is actually one of the products that, if you're looking to go ahead and not only build your business, but it also is going to build your personal. Now, you do want to keep in mind this can be harmful, because if you're carrying high utilization on this can also tank your personal credit score as well too. Now, Wells Fargo do pull from Experian, but the great thing about this advantage line of credit here is that it has a quick turnaround process, simple application. Literally, you put in the application and within a few days you can get approved and get funded up to $50,000 with this small business advantage line of credit. All right. So this is another great product here if you're a new LLC or a new corporation and you want to be able to go ahead and get funding for your business without providing any tax returns. All right. So the last bank on our list that I want to go ahead and share with you guys is another great gem, which is US Bank, and that's their unsecured quick loan. Now, although this is the last bank on our list, this is actually one of the best products that's out there, because guess what? This is the true definition of fast track funding, if you want my opinion, right? Because they have a simple application process where you can get approved within 24 to 48 hours. And the great thing is this particular product offers up to $50,000 in funding with terms up to 48 months. They have a streamlined underwriting process that pretty much leans heavily on your personal credit, not the business credit. So that's the reason why I like this one right here, because as long as your personal credit is on point and you have all of the data points, you can get a quick approval and get funding within 24 to 48 hours. As a matter of fact, in 2025, US Bank was ranked as one of the top 3 banks in approval speeds for small business loans. So that's a great thing to be aware of when you're looking to be able to go ahead and access some quick capital. The U.S. Bank unsecured quick loan is a great option for small business owners out there if you want to be able to get funding in a very quick manner without having to provide any tax returns. All right. So guys, pretty much that's the list right there. That is our top 5 banks that you can be able to go ahead and get funding without having to provide any tax returns. All right. Now, the key thing is you want to keep in mind before you go ahead and execute in any one of these banks here is that number one, making sure that your credit profile is on point. If you're below a 700, don't even think about it. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Don't even think about it. All right. And also making sure that you applying and trying to apply without establishing any relationship. Again, I highly encourage all of these banks here are relationship banks, just like most banks out there. So set up a business checking account first. Again, you don't have to put a crazy amount of money, but the more that you're able to deposit initially is the more that you're raising your internal score with these banks to set yourself up for funding. All right. And also not having your business properly structured. Make sure that you have your business website, your business phone number, business address, all of these things set up prior for you applying, right? Because of course, when it gets to underwriting, the underwriters are going to check these things out. And if you don't have them in place, you are just shooting yourself in the foot looking to be able to go ahead and get funding for yourself, right? So those are the 5 banks: PNC, Truist, Chase, Wells Fargo, and U.S. banks. These are our 5 friendly banks that get you approved with no documentation. All right, listen, money and capital in 2025 is not hard to get. You just got to know where to look, right? It's like trying to get money under the mattress or in the cushion of your couch. You just got to know where to look for, right? And the great thing is small businesses are the backbone of America and the U.S. economy nowadays. So the banks are aware of this and they're doing whatever it takes to be able to go ahead and facilitate that and help small businesses thriving in America in 2025. All right. So make sure your business is set up on point. Make sure you polish your personal credit and you can leverage your personal credit to get funding in 2025. All right. Do that. And guess what, guys? You're going to have all the capital you need to be able to elevate to the next level. But guess what? All right. If you got to this point of the video, you definitely are in tune for a special gen, because guess what? We have a free community where we are helping individuals being able to not only clean up their personal credit, but build business credit and to be able to get funding from banks like I mentioned in today's video here. So if you want to learn these strategies and learn how to be able to go ahead to get funding for yourself, be able to build business credit, check out the Blueprint Movement community, which is an awesome community. We've been helping many individuals to be able to go ahead and achieve new levels in their financial journey. We want to help you to hit the link down below in the description. Check out the community as you'll be able to go ahead and get yourself to the next level to be able to go ahead and build your financial blueprint. But other than that, thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, guys, we're going to catch you on the flip side. Take care. Bye.
This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it, cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep, let's Paul with Blueprint. This guests are exclusive. Get on and tune in and then learn some new tips about credit, finance, investment. A nice chance to get rich and buy land. Flip it, quick 9 bands. Learn all the skills from Wes, he did it. Learn how to build successful business. Run up a mill and get the digits. Run up a mill. Look, safe place where guests are speaking. Based off financial freedom. All facts, no cap, believe it. Podcast, you have to see it.